It's finally here. Are you ready to strike back? Because RSI is ready to help you with the Scorpius Heavy Fighter. But not just any heavy fighter, because this one is ready to spread its wings with laser repeaters on its wingtips to mix it up. And if that's not enough, there's a powerful hard-packing gunner-controlled turret bringing 4 more pew-pews to the battlefield. So let's take a first look at the latest toy debuting in Star Citizen 3.17.1's Invictus Fleet Week. For this first look, I'm Astro Nesto and I'll be your host. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe to help us grow. And if you're new to Star Citizen, feel free to use my code in the description below to start off your adventure with 5,000 free EUCs of credit, and I also get some in-game perks, so it's a win-win for both of us. Alright, with that out of the way, let's unpack the Scorpius. Walking up to the Scorpius for the first time, with its retract wings from the back, you can't help but feel like this is a souped-up Aurora, as one of my viewers pointed out immediately on stream. The placement of the 4 thrusters in the rear also gives me RSI vibes, which I've always felt leaned more towards Star Trek than Star Wars in the Mantis and Constellation designs. But no, this is a different beast. And it's obvious as you make your way to the front. The missile launchers are aerodynamically flushed with the body. Components and even the storage compartments and the gun racks are also tucked away in the underbody, yet easily accessible on the ground of the next Dagobah-like planet you find yourself on. And the cockpit comes together with pointed mandibles. This looks fast and furious without even moving. With the wings retracted, its deadly potential almost masked, as you might think, it's only bringing the turret on the top to play with, its prey. But that's not it at all. As the wings spread, reaching their full potential, it's obvious whoever goes up against this is going to have a bad day. The marketing has not shied away from the comparisons to the iconic X-Wing fighter from Star Wars, as images of a Mustafar-like atmosphere plastered the advertisement brochures. And even the Invictus marketing in Cloud City gives me some lukewarm vibes. You see what I did there? And while I can't deny it does look like I'm flying in this universe's X-Wing, the design also reminds me of another iconic ship of my youth. The fixed X-Wing stance of the Star Furies from Babylon 5. I wouldn't mind it at all if Drake or someone else had a take of this classic, maybe as a single-seater light fighter. Both I grew up with wishing I could fly, and well, now we can. Climbing into the cockpit of a Scorpius is also an event. The ladder extends like you'd expect for a fighter, but it's a bit of a higher stance, so you need to be in shape to climb up in here. Maybe less noodles and burritos at the rest stop. Speaking of burritos, the gunner sits directly behind the pilot, and these are close quarters you'd expect for a fighter, so you can see what I'm hinting at. Either way, Scorpius is designed with one purpose in mind: to make things go boom. Which, if you're up front, you're going to get an excellent view of. As Top Guns in the Scorpius have panoramic views thanks to the mostly transparent cockpit. at least for the pilots. There's only 2 MFDs, however, sometimes as I wish there was more, but it's good enough for looking at my ship status and the status of my victims. That is, if I can overcome my own less than stellar combat skills. And that's a good segue into the combat capabilities of this ship. I'm in no way a combat expert, but I know a ship packing 8 size 3 laser repeaters bearing down on you, it's gonna hurt. As the brochure says, it's a lethal enforcer. I even had a bounty kill himself as soon as we showed up on scene to deal with him on stream. Did I mention it's also packing 16 size 2 missiles? Yeah, 16. And the turret is not fixed. Well, RSI pulled out all the stops and it deploys down the rear body of the ship to hit those ground targets. So is it the new Ultimate Warrior in Star Citizen? Hardly. This is Star Citizen. And I still got owned by some kamikaze Auroras. No. Yeah, I know I have some combat practice to do. And speaking of collisions, I can also tell you in my short time flying a Scorpius, that those wingtips can break off. And when they do, you could be looking at more than just a torque imbalance, as you're also down a repeater. If you know how to fly a Scorpius though, you're going to still be a load to deal with. Especially with a gunner, but you need to be in tune with your gunner, as all multi-crew ships go. Because in its default position, the gunner is limited to what you can see around the ship and above only. The turret needs to be deployed to the underbelly to see what's below. Which to me is perfect balancing in a world where there is no perfect ship or fighter. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. And to get the most out of the Scorpius, you and your gunner need to work together. But when you do unlock that potential, oh yeah, does it feel good. When it comes to flight performance, I can't truly judge it right now, as it's debuted in a super maneuverable form that they've admitted will be tweaked. I expect it to be good, just not to handle like a light fighter hot rod, like it did in my first look here. Another part of that balancing process. It also has a modest quantum range, which I found out the hard way a few times, especially excitedly jumping into battle. So it often needs refuelings and repairs after engagements from me. All that aside though, the Scorpius is all goodness to me right now. So first look conclusions. Is this the next must-have fighter? I'm not sure about that, and PvP engagements probably not. It's only at its full potential with 2 pilots, and I expect it to slow down a little bit when in the handling department when that's tweaked. Especially when you get a wing clipped off. However, for the weekend warrior, or for general purpose fighting, why not? I think it's going to excel in most PvE engagements, although I did not get to go up against a lot of capital ships. But a wing of these should give your adversaries something to think about. I think it's also priced where it should be in the lineup. But keep in mind, if you're thinking about buying a ship that just debuted, that tweaks and, dare I say, rebalancing, some people call them nerfs, is probably coming. But come on, you could use the Force and have an X-Wing in your hangar. And the Scorpius could be there for you always. That's going to do it for this first look. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And feel free to pop into one of my casual streams. I enjoy hanging out with everyone. You usually save me from myself in the verse. And I'm still trying to give away an Avenger starter package, so just leave a comment on any one of my videos for a chance to win when we hit our subscriber goal. And if you're new to Star Citizen, again, please feel free to use my code to create your account, start out with some free credits, and hook me up with some free perks. Win-win for everyone. Thanks for tuning in, 07, and I'll see you next time.